What, you want me to say hi to the people?
You always start.
Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to This Side of Heaven. We have a very special episode for you guys here today. We have an exclusive guest. She was really hard to nail down. She has a lot going on, really packed schedule.
We've been working on the contract for this one for about 6 months.
Yeah. We actually had to have her sign an NDA for this, too. Crazy. Like official, wild. But anyway, yeah, we have a really special episode for you guys today. All joking aside, we have a guest who's wanted to be on the show ever since we started. She's actually sitting right off camera right there. But so we're waiting to bring her in.
No, she's still with the Glam Squad.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. But we located her, we got her here. She's ready to go. She brought her boyfriend also. He's in here watching us record.
She flew all the way from across the country today. She just got off her flight.
Yeah, she just got off her flight from Paris. You know, she was over there. But yeah, no, it's a pretty exciting episode. I think you both are going to do a Q&A and hot takes and
pop culture,
and ICKS, relationships, dating, what your biggest turn-ons are.
Cheers. We're drinking to Friday.
Cheers. We are drinking.
Our guest also, she was the one who prompted us to pour some alcohol as soon as she got here. She said, "Where's the alcohol?"
Hey, rough schedule calls for alcohol, right? Am I right?
It's fun to film on a Friday. I feel like we always film like in the middle of the week or on the
we
weekend.
We filmed on Friday last time.
No, we didn't.
No, our I think the first take we did.
I felt like, oh yeah, but I was like,
because then we didn't film on Saturday, and then we filmed on Sunday, and I edited all day Monday.
I feel like I'm always like dead to the world when we film like during the week or every video. Chloe, after we posted, Chloe's like, "You look half asleep." I'm like,
well, Friday gives you that extra boost because you're heading into the weekend. So
I know. Today's a good day.
Giddy.
I am, and it's so warm today. Thank you.
Love that outfit.
Oh, Fabletics action.
I know you look good.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah. Alfie thinks you look good too. He hasn't stopped watching.
No, he's staring at Magic Mind.
Oh, he
didn't get his dose today.
What a good segue.
He's ADHD today.
What a good segue into Magic Mind. You want to do the ad read today?
No, let's make Alfie do it. No, you're the one that takes it. Let's hear from you.
So I think you guys have gotten this by now that I have been using Magic Mind for the past, I keep saying 4 months, but I think it's been longer. I think it's been 5, maybe 6 months that I've been using Magic Mind. It just boosts my productivity like crazy. I can wake up and I can confidently know that after I take Magic Mind, I can be locked in. I have like 4 or 5 different things going on all at once, like trying to do the media company, editing for like clients in my freelance life and all that good stuff. And it can be overwhelming. So
you forgot your best title.
What?
Trying to become the best gamer in the world.
Also the best gamer. So I like to game. Yeah.
Well, golf's not a
pretty normal thing.
Golf's not in the list right now because it's not the right weather.
Could have golfed today.
You could have. I don't know why you didn't.
But anyway, I actually have taken Magic Mind when I go golfing too because it keeps me locked in, energized, fully focused on each shot, which is important in golf. But I mainly take it just to replace how many coffees I would have in the morning. So I would just get amped up on coffee and I'd be shaking and sweating like I am right now, actually. Sweating and just hit a crash like midday and it would be awful. And then I wouldn't want to do anything else, like no work, and I would get like sidetracked and all that good stuff. So Magic Mind has done that and more with no crash. You just take it in the morning or, before you record a podcast or, heading into work, into a meeting. You just drink one of these bad boys and boom, your whole day is locked in and you're ready to go. I took one this morning at 8:30 and I still am fully locked in, energized. But really exciting news for you all out there that this month only, there's only a few days left, but this month only, they're running a really good, well, it's not good, it's great promo deal. So exclusively to us. So if you're watching the show, use the link magicmind.com/JAN side of let me restart that. magicmind.com/JAN, JAN, side of heaven. So I'll leave the link. I'll leave it below. Also use the code TSoH20 and you'll get up to 75% off of a box on your first order. So guys, go ahead and do it. It's 100% worth it. We love Magic Mind. You love Magic Mind because I get more done. Works.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The only time I always think of Magic Mind is like, I don't really notice it during the day because we work in separate offices, but when you took it the one time at night, you're wired all throughout the night because you wanted to drink it while we did our podcast to be locked in, and then you were up to like 5 a.m.
Yeah, I was wired. But yeah, no, guys, I was just telling our guest boyfriend off camera that I mean, I've been an influencer for a long time. It just really
sounded weird. What? Our guest boyfriend, like we're all dating each other.
Our guest's boyfriend who's off camera right now, but he's in the room watching. I have never promoted a product that I don't actually use and that I don't actually believe in. So, and this is one of these products. I've run multiple tests with other brands and love Magic Mind way more. So, I'm not just blowing smoke. It works. It's great. So, if you have ADHD like me, then boom.
Self-diagnosed though.
I'll give it a try. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have it. Yeah. So, really cool episode here. We got a good guest. You can probably hear.
You can hear giggles.
There's gonna be a lot of laughing, giggles. I don't know. I don't know what else you guys could.
There will be no tears today.
Yeah, I mean we don't want tears. This is a happy show. This is a happy show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was thinking like it would be.
Are you nervous?
No, but I was just thinking if I was pregnant and I told Chloe on the podcast, like her reaction would be hilarious. I should have just told you that, just to see what you would do. I'm kidding. Anyway, yeah, you're probably gonna have to cut that out because I said the name.
What do you mean?
I said Chloe. No. Chloe.
So introducing Chloe. This is my beautiful wife's younger sister. By what's your age difference?
3 years.
3. She's 3 years younger than my wife. And they are very close, share everything. They are inseparable, right? Isn't that what you guys say? Yeah. No, we love her. I'm pretty sure you guys will also enjoy her. So without further ado, I think I'm going to step off and I'll just let them kind of take it away. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Hey, we just wrapped shooting with our guest. Just be aware that it's a little bit longer than our normal episode length. So we are going to extend when we have guests on the show. If the conversation goes a certain area and it just keeps going, we're just going to let it go. So, this episode is going to be a little bit longer, but it's worth the watch. Enjoy it with our guest, Chloe.
Okay, welcome back. Well, we finally got our guest here. I'll let her introduce herself. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I don't even know where am I supposed to look.
You can look wherever. I mean, this one's angled to you, this is angled to me, and this is in the middle.
Wow.
That's why I always go like this, and you like say I look high or I'm not paying attention. It's hard to like know where to look.
You always look like you're sleeping.
I always just look.
Podcast.
You just look at me.
Hi, everyone. I am Chloe, Paris's younger sister, best friend, everything to her. Favorite person in her life. I don't know what else.
Chloe and I are so like, I feel like growing up we had a really good relationship, but we always joke like the only thing we didn't get along about was our outfits. Like Chloe went to school later than me, so she used to hide. And she would always wait, or what did you do? You would like wait until I left and then you would run in and get an outfit?
Yeah, so you would go to school. I would go in when she was showering at night. And she would play her music so she couldn't hear me, and I would open her doors.
Sometimes I knew. Sometimes I could hear but it was quiet.
I would open her doors and I would like look through her closet and see like what I liked. And then she would go to school before me. And then I would go in the morning, pick out the clothes. I don't even know. You were home before me. So what did I do?
I don't remember. Like, I feel like you would just come home and then, I don't know. I think I had like maybe a practice or something after school that you got home before me, because I don't ever remember seeing or having you at home and then being like, oh, that's my outfit. I don't ever remember us
Unless
like.
I made mom like throw it in the washer really fast because she was a part of this.
The funniest was like Chloe. I don't know why it's like when you're growing up, you are like, I feel like you don't really like you're so much more like not wanting to share things because it's your own. Like you don't have many things that are your own when you're younger. Like as you get older, obviously you make your own money and can buy your own things, but like there's so many times when Chloe would try and sneak stuff, but like I would do the same thing. It wasn't just you. And I remember the best one ever is my
I know what you're gonna say.
on the couch.
Yes.
We were sitting on the couch and Chloe is like, she went to my parents. My parents, they had their bedroom on the first floor. And Chloe, she grabbed something from my mom's closet and she had it under her foot and she was dragging it across the floor, but she was like talking to us because she didn't want us to know that she took something out of there. And we're like, Chloe, what are you doing? And then she like hide it behind her back and walk up the steps. But I feel like it was like for in high school and even in middle school, it was like, I feel like we never wanted to wear the same thing. It was always like wearing something new.
But you also had the coolest clothes, and I
did, but now I don't.
But now it's switched.
Yeah, now I wear Chloe's out. Like if we're gonna go somewhere, I'm like, can I just pick something out of your closet?
Should we tell what happened?
What?
Today's Friday, 2 nights ago.
We went, actually, it's funny because we had been talking and Caulin was like, you girls decide what you want to talk about for the podcast. Like, it's a girl thing. I'm out this week. So, not to mention it is a girl thing because we're only wearing pink. So, I can't talk. Wow. Caulin never matches me on the podcast. I can't get him to wear pink. So, it is a girl's podcast. But
hey, we didn't even cheers. Sorry.
I know. Happy Friday.
Woo.
Cheers. And we went to, rewind. I asked Chloe, what do you want to talk about on our podcast when we film this week? And she immediately was like, Dancing with the Stars. We're a big Dancing with the Stars fan. If you listened to our episodes before, we talked about how much I love Dancing with the Stars. And Chloe and I went to see it. This was our second year. We went last year. It was so great last year. And it was like the most fun we ever had. We said we have to go every year. We can't not like go. And so Chloe, every year, her birthday is in January and it falls like 2 weeks after her birthday. And she's like, the only thing I want is Dancing with the Stars.
I was literally bullying my mom. Like,
she's like, if I don't see tickets, I'm going to be pissed.
I was like, Mom, if I don't have the same seats as last year.
Well, it's so funny too.
She was like, okay, Chloe, like it might not happen.
And it's so funny because when we got there, so we went to Dancing with the Stars this year.
Back to what we were originally talking about.
So we got to meet the cast this year, which was really cool because we are obsessed with the cast. Like it's always cool to see someone on TV and then you get to meet them in person and you're like, oh, I didn't think they would look like that, or I didn't think they'd be that tall.
Smaller.
Yeah. Everyone walked in and Chloe and I were like, they're so skinny.
Yeah. The guys were so little. I thought we were bigger than them.
Oh my God. I was like, I don't know about this picture op. Like we're going to like be bigger than 3 of them combined. But yeah, so we met them. They did like a little trivia. It was cute. And then we lined up for a picture. What were you going to say?
You're going with the whole story. You
Yeah,
missed
but
about the outfit.
Oh, we were getting about the outfit. I thought you were going to talk about the fall.
Yes, but we were talking about the clothes.
Oh, okay.
And we were saying about that and how you went in my closet.
Yeah.
She doesn't even care to go buy another outfit or anything. She goes and looks at everything in my closet.
I brought sticky and a thong. That was what I showed up with. And Chloe thought I brought more in the backpack, but
and first of all, I'm a size 7 shoe, and she's what, 8.5? Mm-hmm. Somehow she thinks she can fit into my shoes, so she puts on my whole entire outfit.
Well, okay, not to interrupt, but this is a colonized thing, so I think I'm going to continue with Chloe and interrupt her every 3 seconds. But I only brought black shoes, and like I tried on stuff, and I tried on a black dress, and it was cute. But then I was like, she's like, wear that blazer. And I literally looked like I was a substitute teacher for the 7th grade science class. No, it wasn't cute. I look like, oh, no. So then I was like, okay, what else do you got? So she's like, wear these pants. So I put on this, like, it was basically an all gray outfit. It was like metallic pants in a gray,
little
like
tube top. And then
it had
gray little. And then she put my gray chunky. They're like, we should pull up a picture of this. They're like probably this thick. Of my loafers.
Are they Steve Madden?
I don't know what they are. I got them for probably Christmas or whatever. So she has my whole outfit on head to toe. So long story short, we are there. We did like what was it called? The trivia. She wanted to show me the upstairs. She's like, it's a brand new spot upstairs. I want to show it to you, but let's go get food after because we had about like 2 hours. So I was like, okay, cool. So
sorry to interrupt again, but like at the Benedum in Pittsburgh where we go for shows, so they do have like stations set up where you can get drinks, but then if you go on the second floor, I don't know when they did this because it wasn't like it must have been like recently because when we used to go, it was never there. But on the second floor, they opened it up where it's like modern and brand new. And you go up and it's almost just like, I don't know. It looks almost like a tunnel and you go in and there's actual bar and then there's bathrooms up there, but nobody knows about it. So you go to the bathroom up there and you can get drinks and food and there's literally no line. I did it when I went at Christmas for the Nutcracker. So I had to show Chloe because I was like, this is the spot. We're going back to this like the whole show. And we clearly couldn't go back after what happened to me. So, do you want to tell a story?
Yeah. So, I like really wanted to get a picture. So, we saw these 2 cute girls like standing there. They were taking pictures. So, we're like, oh, cute. Like, Paris can never ask anyone to do anything.
Yes, I can. But
she
Chloe,
gets shy.
like, no.
She gets very shy.
Chloe, like, she observes. She, like, watches the room to see who can take a picture. I sent her this video. It was like, you ask someone to take a picture, and some people are like,
the worst picture
and
takers.
yeah, or like the angle at a certain way. And Chloe, like, she likes her pictures to be specific. I'm not huge into pictures. Like, I always hate how I look, but you love pictures. So I was like, okay, this was her birthday gift. I guess I can entertain a picture today.
Okay.
So she asked these 2 girls.
They were like our age.
Yeah.
They were cute. They had little cute outfit on. I had to compliment their outfit, thinking they would get a better picture of us. I think it worked because I liked the picture you hated.
I hated it.
Anyway, so they take a picture of us. So after this, my sister's like, let's go to eat. We're going to go to Taco, which is like a spot down the street. I'm like, okay. So we start walking down. I'm in front of her. She's behind me. And all of a sudden I hear like, oh, oh, oh. And I turn around and her arms are like behind her. Her knees are in front. Her feet, I can't even see them. And everyone from the Benedum comes like running over to her. And she like, is it like, I'm okay. And I'm like, are you okay? Like grab her arm. She's like, yeah, I'm okay. We start walking. As we're walking, she can't even walk. I'm like trying to hold her up. Then she just starts crying. And I was like, are you sure you're okay? She's like, it just hurts really bad.
Okay, well, when I fell down the steps, so like I was telling Colin the way it's set up is like there's one flight, then there's a landing. That's where we took our picture. There's another flight, another landing, and then there was like 3 or 4 steps at the end, and it angles out. So like you can head towards the door, you can head towards the entrance of the theater. So my shoe, as Chloe said, the rubber on the shoe was like 2 inches.
And you've never worn them, and they're also so much smaller for your foot.
Well, no, they fit my foot. It wasn't the issue. I just can't walk. And so then all of a sudden, like my foot got stuck on the carpet and the rubber. So my left ankle rolled over to the side and my right foot flipped forward. So I flipped down the steps and then I was like, both of my legs, I couldn't stand on either foot. So everyone's trying to get me to stand up. And I'm like, that's great, but like I can't stand. So then they made us fill out an incident report. And there was this old lady beside us when I fell. And she was like, oh, she tripped on the rug. Meanwhile, there was no rug. I think she just felt bad because she saw me fall. And like, you know, when someone falls, you either like want to laugh or just be like, pretend like you didn't see it. So then, so then we go over. They fill out an incident report. And I had to sign the report. Then they gave me an ice pack. Chloe was down in her, what were you wearing again? Your skirt. She's icing my ankle. And then they were like, do you want us to call the ambulance? And I was like, absolutely not. And then like the next day I woke up, had a swollen ankle, but it's all good. It was worth it for the show. Yeah. But this show this year was really entertaining. If you haven't gone or you're planning to go, you will absolutely love it. The only difference was we said like the first year was really upbeat. I feel like when you go to a show, you like expect it just to be like so engaging. Like this year we said it was kind of like Great Gatsby themed and it was pretty slow.
You know, it was so funny. I didn't tell you this, but you were in like such a bad mood because you hurt your ankle. And I am like so obsessed with the show. It's like just a dream come true to even be there. Every time I looked over at Paris, she was obviously in a terrible mood because her ankle hurt. And I would look over at her and she would have like a straight face, miserable. But when I would look at her, she would smile every time. She was like, every time I looked at her, she smiled right away. She like wanted to show me that she was having the best time of her life. I'm like, you just looked miserable 3 seconds ago. Like, but I
Well,
felt bad. But
well,
then
the
I couldn't
theme-
stop laughing because it was hilarious after it because,
Well,
I mean, you were fine. That's why it
yeah.
was so funny. Like, if we're actually in the ambulance, I probably would have been pissed because we would have missed the show.
Yeah, I
but,
was like, I can't. But it's so funny because we talked about it after when I was in high school and I went to prom. So at our high school, they used to do a senior prom walk where you'd walk out, they introduce you and your date, you'd wave, and then you'd walk off the stage. But going off the stage, you'd walk down the steps. And I walked off the steps, but I actually fell down the steps. And then I stood up and I put my hand in the air like I stuck the landing. And it was so embarrassing. And like, I cannot live it down. Like when I do something embarrassing, and it's actually funny because when Caulin and I started dating, I remember we were walking around in his, like near his house. And I remember I fell down the steps too. And he was in front of me and I was behind him and I didn't want him to see. And I was so embarrassed. But regardless, I am just really clumsy. So
I didn't realize how clumsy you were.
yeah, it just depends. Like sometimes I can be really clumsy and other times I'm not, but I don't know. I guess I just don't really pay attention, but whatever. But anyway,
I mean, something special about you.
yeah, whatever. So, do we have any other things we want to share?
I don't know.
Okay.
You're leading this show, sister.
So we were talking about things since our podcast is a relationship podcast. We were thinking of things to ask Chloe, like what is a hot take or what's your thoughts on some of these topics? So I created a list of questions that are around dating and also questions just about like her type and things like that. So wanted to ask Chloe to get her thoughts on what she thinks of some of these. And then our live audience, the two boys, they're going to yell out questions if they have anything, but they're both on their phones and not paying attention. So
I
don't think they're going to yell out. Yeah.
Can I hear them in this?
I don't know. He'll text me if he has questions. So, okay. So the first question for Chloe
Are you answering this too, or is it
no, just
for me?
you.
Oh.
You'll just answer like what your thought is, and if you want to elaborate, if you don't really have much to say, if it's just like a one-word answer, you can. But
Okay.
and then we'll just think of like random things after if you want to go through those. But okay, so obviously, I don't really care to give a background, but when you're dating someone new, or even if you're dating someone for a while, I feel like I don't know why I thought of this. Maybe because I have a strong opinion on it. Because my husband loves to surprise me with certain things, and I am like the worst person for surprises. Like I will literally buy a gift, and then like 2 days later, I'm like, "Do you want to know what you got for your birthday?" No, he's like, "No," and I'm like, "Are you sure?" And just because like I get so excited that like I just want to see someone be so happy and like the reaction, especially if they wanted something for a while. So this kind of prompted me because I had I had been thinking about it, and also because Valentine's Day is coming up, and like the guys always go all out and they always think of like so many things, and I'm not the greatest at it. So the first question was, when you're dating someone, what is your thoughts on surprises? Do you like them, hate them? And do you like to give surprises? Like, what is your thought?
I have mixed feelings about this because I love them, but at the same time, I'll have to know what it is. Like I have to be in control of like what's happening. So I will ask multiple questions to find out what's going on. But I definitely love them. I think they're very sweet. It's a very sweet gesture. Someone will think to do a surprise because there's so many men out here that won't even surprise you with anything. And it's just like you're settling for the bare minimum here. But it is so funny because my boyfriend actually, for my birthday, he got me these shoes actually that I'm wearing. Shout out him.
This story is great.
But what?
Do you want me to interrupt? Because
Yeah,
I
sure.
love this story.
Go ahead.
I'll let her get back to the shoes. But moral of the story, they went to a dinner. He did like the sweetest thing. He took her to this, it was like I guess family style restaurant type thing. Like it was really intimate.
Yeah.
They did a custom menu that said like happy birthday, Chloe. They put her name on the board. And like, I feel like I love that. To me, it's like, you're not like going to the Cheesecake Factory. You're not like another person at the restaurant. Like they actually care about you. They want you to have a good experience.
Super fun.
Yeah. So like I was so happy that he did that. I thought it was so cute. So then Chloe gets these sneakers. I didn't even know she wanted these sneakers, but she keeps telling him I don't know. I think it's a guy thing to be in sneakers, but like, you also love shoes. Like
Yeah, I've always been a person that compliments a guy with their shoes. I don't know. There's something with me. I remember when I dated this guy my freshman year of high school. He came over for our first date to pick me up. We were going to get froyo, and he had these high top Nike Dunks on. I was like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes. And I remember he tweeted after our date, like when a girl says that she likes your shoes, like with
You're like,
those,
this is
what's like the,
oh, like the greater than
yeah,
sign?
the greater than sign. And then I remember like texting him. I was like, was that about me? Like, I feel so cool. Like, thanks.
But yeah, so Chloe gets these shoes that she was like so excited about, and you got a pair of shoes for Christmas too. Like I feel like he's really he's really good at finding good shoes. But so she gets
I've
these
sent
shoes.
him both of them.
Oh
but,
well,
yeah.
I mean either way, he does have good shoes all the time. So like I
Yeah,
feel like he's
that's
good at
true.
picking shoes. So Chloe gets these shoes. She decides we have a family group text message, and so Chloe decides to call our group message. Okay, so she is drunk at this point. How many bottles of wine did you guys have? Probably had like
we had
two
like
or three.
Full bottle. It was not like it was like the 1.5 liters of KMS. I don't even know. It was huge. It was like this big for just the two of us. And then we went home and had another bottle of wine and played this game that like you ask each other's questions because I was like so into that at the time.
You love asking questions.
Yeah, when I'm drunk, I'm like, I'll ask you
you're
whatever
like,
question.
yeah. You're like, let me ask you questions. Say what you love about me.
Yeah, I would love that. Like, tell me what you love about me. I made my whole family do that for Christmas. Like, what do you love about me?
She made us go around the table and say what we liked about Chloe.
And then when it was my turn to say what I loved about my mom, I started crying.
Oh my God, I felt so bad. That was so sweet though. But yeah, so she gets these brand new shoes. So she calls my family, my parents, like we're sitting on the couch, Caulin and I answer. My brother didn't answer, but Chloe's pretending that her shoe is a phone. She's holding her shoe up to her face, like giggling. She's shaking her butt on the screen. My dad's just like cracking up. My mom's cracking up. And then
Mom's sitting there with her glasses. She like has no idea what's going on. She's like looking at. I'm like,
they're just
shaking
laughing.
my
Like
ass for
they
them.
know Chloe likes to joke around. It's a good time. So we just know, like when Chloe drinks, I always joke with her. Do you know what I'm going to say?
About my eyes or
Yes.
my aggression.
No, well, not aggression, but when Chloe drinks, her eyes literally like shoot different ways, and she's looking at you, and she's like talking to you, and I'm like, I'm over here, but it's just so funny.
It's
like when
crazy eyes.
yeah,
Crazy eyes.
but it's so funny. I mean, when I drink, I just like to. I feel like I just talk, like, because sometimes I'm pretty shy.
You're so fun when
but
you're
when I
drunk.
drink, then I'm like. Like I love to talk, but I feel like if I'm in like an awkward situation, then if the drinks are flowing, then I'm like, oh,
It's a good time.
Yeah. So Chloe's pretending that the shoes are a cell phone, and so the shoes that she got, it's like one of those things. If you buy from like a certain store, they'll have like the tag that says like once you remove this, you can't return it. And Chloe, I guess, took the shoes off because she was like, they fit perfectly. And then the next day she did a little event at her place where she had a lady come in and we did a little cocktail class. And she was like, those shoes were way too big for me. And I'm like, well, why'd you cut the tag off? And then I'm like, wait, I know why she cut the tag off because she was drunk and had no idea.
Hammered. I was like, cut them off.
I bet she tried
fit.
them on with fuzzy socks that night and was like, oh my God, I love these.
I probably did have fuzzy socks on, but no, they fit like a glove to me. And then the next day they were coming out. My ankle was coming out of them. It was just it was a whole thing.
But I feel like also too, like when you buy something as a female, like I know it was a gift, but for me, if I bought something and spent like a lot amount of money on it, like it has to fit perfect. And if it doesn't, I won't keep it. Cause like I feel like guilty for having it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love the sneakers. They're great. So we kind of got off topic from the surprises, but love them.
Love them, hate them. I just like to know.
Do you think that when it comes to the day when someone proposes to you, like, do you want to know at all? Like, do you want to be like talking about rings and like go look at a ring? Or do you just want them to completely surprise, like with the ring, with the engagement, like everything? Do you just want it to be a surprise?
I mean, I always say that like you and Mom will know exactly what I want. Like the ring, we all know that I have to have like someone to take pictures for me, like they're hiding, like all of these
Documentation
things.
of the
But like I would love that to be a surprise. But I don't know. The ring thing's very iffy because like I have my certain style, but then I see like all my friends who like get engaged and their ring's way too big on them. And I want my ring to fit perfectly. I don't know if yours was too big.
Well, you can get it sized. I mean, we tried them on before, which I honestly felt like is so smart. Like, I feel like sometimes there's this like idea of like if you go and try them on that like you shouldn't know, but you also have to know your style. Like, I feel like going into it, I was like, oh, I might like, like an emerald, or I might like just a round. And then when I put on the oval, like I kind of knew, because like my fingers are longer and the oval is elongated. So like it looks right on the finger. But I also felt like when I went, I don't know, I didn't know what to expect. And like, I feel like when you see it on your hand, you have like such a different idea of like what you like. So I feel like for you, just knowing you, I think you might want to have an idea, but like, I feel like if you know someone well enough, like they would know to ask your family, like, what are your thoughts? Like if it is a complete surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that you would steer the person in the right direction. God bless.
I'll be like, she wants a purple stone.
I'd be like, absolutely not. Like, no, thank you. But
what do you think? Like, how many people talk and they're like, I would totally turn down an engagement if I didn't like the ring. Do you think that that's crazy?
I've said that jokingly so many times. But like, if I'm saying it
I don't
jokingly,
even know that you said it. Have
so
you?
Mom's is like, that's terrible that you say that. But I don't know. I say it jokingly, but like I say it so many times. So do I actually mean it?
Because the way I thought about it, like I said to Colin not too long ago, I said to him, I was like, you know what? To me, like, I was like, I don't think I'd ever want to ring up. Like, you know how people like after 10 years are like celebrate.
Upgrade.
I was like, I don't think I would want that. Because like to me, I feel the more I thought about it, and like after we got married, I was like, it's more about the relationship than anything. Like, I don't really care so much for like the showy aspect of it.
Yeah.
But I think that like today, like the culture now is like, how big is your ring? And people are so over the top where it's like, okay, are you actually happy? And like, is your relationship going to last? Like, I feel like the reflection of like the size of your ring doesn't determine like if you have a good relationship or not.
Right. And I also feel like if you're in like a good relationship, like the guy will also, once they see it, they would know like this reminds me of them.
Yeah.
And like this is perfect for the person, and hopefully, God willing, that they will pick the right ring.
I don't think you'll have any issues. I think shoes are harder to pick than a ring. So if you can find good shoes, because girls are very particular with shoes, and especially you.
I feel bad with people who like don't have
family or someone to help. Yeah,
like a sister. I mean, what would we do if?
I mean, I guess you would ask like a mom or a friend. Like I feel like a lot of people utilize friends as like
but think about how many times like for Christmas or birthday gifts, like mom asks you what. Go like this. You have something right here.
Oh, I feel a little crazy, guys.
Go.
I have one glass of vodka. And
mom asked you like what she should get for me, and you
I'll
always
be
pick
like yes, no, or
you'll always say yes, and then she'll be like, I don't think so, but then she always goes with her opinion, and I always like what you want. So,
well, it's so funny because this year at Christmas, like I feel like as we got older, like our parents just buy us the same thing, and then like we have a certain order when we open because they're like they're gonna open the same thing. So like they're like don't they're like, don't open that ahead of your sister. And then I'm like, oh, sorry. Anyway, so moving on to the next thing. So, okay, so when you're in a relationship and sometimes like guys will announce like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, or like I'm gonna fart, or like I have to go like poop, or like you're maybe getting ready. Like, do you think it's weird if a guy is like telling you these things, or like they're already comfortable of like going to the bathroom if you're in there, or like using the shower while you're in there? Like, do you think that's uncomfortable?
I mean,
like, what are your
personally,
thoughts on
no, because I'm very open about stuff like that. I don't think that's weird, but I feel like if you're just like starting to talk to a guy and you're not really into them.
Oh yeah, that could be a major turnoff. Like,
yeah, like you're not really into them. They're really into you, and you're like showering at their place, and they're like, oh, I have to take a shit. And you're just like, okay. Like, I feel like that would be weird, but personally, like that's really never happened to me.
I feel like there's some other things that are funny that's like happened to you where it's like the best story is when you like were briefly talking to that one kid and the Pens made the playoffs. And they like watched the game and he was screaming at the TV and Chloe was like, buddy, you're not on the team. Like, calm down. And I remember she was like, I never liked him the same after that. She was like, I'm over it.
The worst thing ever. I think as soon as that happened, I literally spoke to him 2 other times after that and was like, yeah, this isn't for me.
You're like, the Penn season ended and so are we. Bye.
Yeah. Yep. Bye.
Okay. Okay, next question. So if a guy likes to communicate a lot, like I know some people, especially as you get older, like they like to talk over the phone or they like to text. What is your thought on if a guy wants to text throughout the day or like pretty frequently?
Love it.
Love it. Okay.
Love it.
Okay, so this one's just straightforward since we're drinking and it's Friday. Are you a vodka or tequila girl?
I love going out and getting like vodka crayons or vodka Sprites. But when it comes to shots, tequila. I can't take a vodka shot anymore.
Chloe,
It's so gross.
wait, Chloe is so sweet because like, you know when you go out with your friends and they're
Nice
like,
of you to say.
everybody take shots. And then like, Chloe's like, no. My sister doesn't do shots. She can't. Because she knows
it
I
to me.
hate shots.
Give it to me.
So at Christmas, we were at my cousin's and my cousin was like, oh, well, Chloe's boyfriend brought a bottle of, what did he bring, vodka or tequila? Tequila. And Chloe was like, let's do shots. And like the night was wrapping up and my cousin was like, I don't really like want to take shots in front of everyone. So Chloe was like, let's go to the bathroom. I thought we were in like high school.
We
She
were
makes
like,
us
we
go to
were
the
like
bathroom.
hiding from our parents.
And they're
That's
all
what it
like
was.
taking a sip from the bottle of alcohol. And then it gets to me and they're like, are you going to take one? And Chloe's like, no. Paris, she's not doing that. So it was just
I'm like, she
funny.
doesn't
But
the
like,
shot.
I know.
I said I'll take it for her.
Yeah.
I did. I took another one for you.
I know you were fine with it, but I just thought that was so funny, like thinking about that because I feel like we're like opposite in that sense. Like,
So
I
opposite.
can drink, but I just like don't like. I don't know. Like, it's just not my thing. Like, I'd rather have like a Coke slushie. Like, I'm a big slushie girl. I don't know why, but like alcohol is kind of
Throw
like I'm
alcohol in it.
indifferent. I'm like whatever.
Yeah, and I'm like, as soon as I got here today, I was like, what alcohol do you got? Bar cart empty. Open their fridge, no
Empty.
chasers. Open their beverage cooler, empty. I'm like, she's like, we have vodka.
That's why.
I'm like,
No, because we're trying to be on a diet, and it's hard when you keep stuff. But then like we do have a 2-liter of Coke, so like, but yeah,
I
whatever.
looked at that. I was like, should I do vodka and Coke? I was like,
It's like
I
such a
can't.
weird
I
combo.
can't.
Oh my God. The other night, Colin had a drink and like, I'm not like a vodka soda person. So then I normally make like in the morning, I do like a smoothie and I do frozen mangoes and blueberries. It's like my go-to. I literally dumped the frozen mango chunks in this glass and then I put vodka over it. And I was like, what am I doing?
Vodka
Yeah.
in the morning?
No, like when we were watching a movie at night. And I was like,
Yeah, what are
and
you
it looked like murky water. Like it was just disgusting. And I was like, why did I do that? I'm
That's
so
something
stupid.
that like I would do, and it would be normal. For
and you
me.
just like drink it. You're like, oh, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I was just like, what am I doing with my life? I just was like, yeah, that's not happening. But I like feel guilty saying like, I want to get alcohol when we go to the store because I feel like I never drink it. So then like if we buy it, I always feel weird just like having it sit around. Like I feel like I should finish it, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I just am like weird
so
about it.
opposite than me.
Because I'm so OCD. I'm like, oh, gotta go. So then if we don't drink it, like pretty
Yeah,
soon, I'm like,
yeah.
okay. Anyway, so
Next.
okay. I feel like this has been like such a topic with our generation is like people are always like, what's your love language? Or like if you ever watch like a reality show or like any type of dating show, they always say like love language. If you had to say what is your favorite love language to give to someone, like what do you think you're best at? And then what do you like to receive from someone else?
I don't know. I feel like I love all of them. There's 5 of them, aren't there? Every 5, like they're all my favorite. I mean, I love every single one, but I feel like my favorite to receive.
Do you want me to remind you what they are?
It's acts of service, love language.
Wait, are you saying love language is one of them?
Yeah.
No. It's acts of service, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
I mean, I love receiving gifts, but like, is that
But I feel like that's short-lived. Like
It is
you
very
can't build a
short-lived, like-
relationship of like getting gifts.
yeah, like the guy could be absolute shit, and he'd be like, "Here's like a $2,000 Louis Vuitton." You'll be like,
You're like, you're the
Sick.
best ever.
"Yeah,
yeah.
sick. This is
And they're not great.
so cool. You cheated on me last night. Like, cool. Thanks for the purse." But I think my favorite to give is definitely like quality time. Love quality time.
I think that's a girl thing because I always say that. Like,
Yeah.
Colin's like, we live together. We're always in the same place. I'm like, but it's not the same that you don't like want to sit on the couch and like cuddle or like watch a
Yeah.
movie with me. And he doesn't understand it. But I think it's just like a guy thing. Like
Yeah.
when I talk about it with my girlfriends, they're always like, yeah, I feel the same way. But then if you bring it up to a guy, they're all like, that's insane. Why would you want to spend like
But I
quality
feel like
time?
that's so opposite. Like, I feel like for me, I don't know. I love to like hang out with like the person that I'm dating, but then I also love to hang out with my friends. So I feel like that's hard for me, and I feel like it's opposite now. Like in my last relationship, it was like I always wanted the quality time with like him, but like he always wanted to hang out with his friends. But like now that I'm in like my new relationship, it's like he always like wants the quality time, and I'm like a mix, but I feel like I've grown to like want that quality time. So
I also, yeah, that comes with age too, though. Like,
Right.
I feel like when you're younger, I was literally so shy. Like, I would not talk to guys. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, it was like a texting relationship. I was always just so shy. And when Colin and I met, like, we would go on dates and literally I would say like 2 words. And I don't even know why he liked me because I was
That's
so
so
quiet.
surprising.
But like, I feel like as I got older, I was like more comfortable. But I always just feel like
You're hot, that's why.
what?
You were hot. He said you were hot.
I don't know. It just feels like different. I
Yeah.
feel like now I am like more outgoing, but like, I don't know. I always said if I had to like go through the dating pool again, that I would not be good at it because I would be like on a first date. I'd be
I mean,
like,
dating is definitely rough. I mean,
I think so.
and guys nowadays are just brutal. So
Yeah. It's so funny how it's like so different. Like for you, what would you say? I guess we could end on this. Like, what would you say is the biggest difference now from like, have you seen a shift in dating from like when you were dating before to dating like in today's world, being like an older adult and like you know more what you want? Like, do you think it's different than it was before? Because like in high school and like I feel like it's just like people are there. Like it's just natural to be like, oh, do you want to date? We go to the same school. Like we have things in common. But then as you get older, like you're working, you have like your own life. So like, do you feel like it got easier to date as you got older, or was more like a struggle?
I think it's definitely harder as you get older, just because everyone has their own thing. Everyone has their established friends. They have their career. So it's definitely harder, but I feel like once you meet like the right person, it definitely is worth it and it's easy. But I mean, dating is never going to be easy no matter what age you're at. Like you're in high school and you love like the senior guy, but it's just never going to work out for you. And you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to marry him. Like my heart is broken. But like you look back at it when you're like in your 20s, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I liked that kid. You look at him and you're like,
Wait,
that's pathetic.
we do have to say that like when Chloe was dating this guy in high school, we would always joke because like he still went to college around here, but then like when they were like out of high school in college, remember you guys were like Snapchatting and he started like painting his nails and he screenshot it and he literally responded because he knew we were close and he goes, tell Paris I said what's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, this is so spot on.
Yeah.
Like I love that for us.
I was just like, oof. Honestly, I didn't respond after he sent me that. I don't know why he sent me
It was so funny.
I remember this vividly. I was going to visit my friend in New York and he Snapchatted me a picture of his nails and they were black with a fire on them. Okay. And this was the kid in 9th grade that I was in love with, thought I was going to marry, whatever. So he has this on his nails and I screenshot it and sent it to Paris. Then I didn't respond. He swiped up on Snapchat, tell Paris I said, what's up? And sent it to her. She's like, Chloe, no. And after as soon as he did that, I deleted him on Snapchat and I have not heard or spoke to him since.
It's so funny though. Like I feel like if you look back in like your dating history when you're like younger to when you're older, like I feel like it changes so much. Cause like when you're young, everybody's so different. Like I feel like it's so funny to like look back on your past to be like, wow, I've come a long way, or like what are the chances? Like it's just so like, I don't know, it's just so different. And it's like, I think it's a testament to like how much you've grown too. Like I feel like you learn so much about yourself through relationships, like what you want and don't want.
Yeah.
And that's why I love relationships. Like even from an outside perspective, like, I don't know, I'm just like a big person on like,
You're a hopeless romantic.
I am. Like when it's Hallmark movie time, I'm just like, I don't know, I think everything's going to end great. Like it's so funny. I was watching Vanderpump Rules because we like Dancing with the Stars and Ariana was on this year and Tom cheated on her with her best friend. And I was like, oh, maybe there's hope for them. And then I was like, I'm fucking nuts. Why do I think there's hope for that?
But you're also just like, you just like.
I want to think the best of people,
Right.
I feel like.
And you're always the one that like humbles me. I'll like tell you something that's going on in my life. Like, oh my God, like he's being so fucking annoying. Like this happened. She's like, Chloe, like, it's okay. Like, and you're always the one.
I feel like we're like a good balance for that. Like, I feel like sometimes I'll say stuff to her and like sometimes you'll get me more amped up. But like, I feel like you're good at that too. Like, you don't think that that's your thing, but you are. Like, you can be super calm too. So I feel like that's like a good thing, but also it's funny to think like, because when you're younger, I feel like you don't relate on a lot of things as much because you're just like, you just do whatever. But then like when you're older, it's just so different.
Now I feel like we relate on
a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're so similar. I would love to hear what people have to say of us sitting here together because both of our men say that we lick our lips,
Yeah.
we do this.
Do you guys
we
think
do
that do you guys think that we're alike? The two guys in the room? Very similar.
Okay, wait. I know you're guiding the show, but we talked about this, but I want to hear. We have to talk about our icks because I remember when I said this to you, and you and Caulin were like, "What's an ick?" I'm like,
Chloe is like the two words if I could describe Chloe, and we're ending on this, are the two words that describe Chloe are slay and ick. Chloe is like everything's like, ooh, slay, ooh, slay, slay, slay. And I'm like,
slay.
what the heck does slay mean?
That's
But
how
Chloe
me and my
always
boyfriend
says
started dating. Slay.
She slid in and said slay.
"Yeah."
And he just opened it. He always says, but their stories are so funny. But anyway,
We would tell you how we met and the whole story, but it would take another 45 minutes, and it's just not.
Colin keeps telling us we're running short on time. But what were you gonna say? Ick? Like, what were you asking? Like, what do I think is an ick?
Yeah, like give me like 2 icks in a guy.
Dirty fingernails for sure. Like,
Yes.
dude.
Yes.
For me, like the thing, like we literally just talked about this a couple months ago, like with Colin's family, like the girls in his family. I said for me, like when I'm dating a guy, the 2 things they have to have that are nice are like nice teeth and like well-groomed hands. Like
Hands.
to look at your hands knowing that like a
Yes.
guy's going to touch your body with their hands. Like if you got dirty nails and stuff, like I'm sorry. It just like,
It's not even the dirty nails.
no, it
It's
is
like,
for me. And it's like if you chew on your
no,
nails.
It's the no nails, like a little like
Ugh.
this big.
Ugh, no.
That's the nail.
Ugh. I don't know. Nails to me are like such a telltale sign if you like keep yourself together. Cause like,
And toes.
I hate feet because yeah, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for me, like hands are an ick. And then I also feel like,
What about like something a guy does? What's an ick?
I'm trying to think.
I mean, I guess you've been married for
I know
like
like I think
75
like
years,
I like
so.
like if someone like like if someone's outgoing and likes to laugh, like that's a green flag. Like love that.
That's not an ick.
No, I know, but I'm saying I love that. Like when I was just thinking about that, something that came up, but it's something I don't like. I'm trying to think if there's like things I don't like that Colin does, and he is texting over here. He's not even paying attention.
I think I should run this show.
Yeah,
Am I supposed to like chime in?
yeah. Like, what do you think I don't
Do you
like?
want to come in and put the headphones on?
I mean, I guess like simple stuff. I think that like,
Wait, what?
huh?
I missed the question.
We're talking about
Like
icks.
things I don't like.
Yeah,
Like what I don't like.
What that you don't like?
Sometimes Colin like at night. Well, I don't know if this is necessarily like a big.
Sleepwalks?
He does sleepwalk. He's a little bit cuckoo in his sleep.
Okay, I don't
will-
think you have an ick then.
No, but he does.
You don't like when I push the sheets off the bed.
No, I think like
Yeah.
please.
Please.
I don't know. Like I think that I'm not like really particular in like things that bother me, but I also just feel like I'm like pretty easygoing. Like I feel like if something bothered me, like I'd notice it over time. The only thing is when like with me being OCD, like I feel like Colin sometimes he's really clean too, but like sometimes he'll leave out like instead of putting the stuff in the dishwasher, he'll just like leave it out or like just like little things like that where I'm like, but like also too, it's just like an internal thing because like I like things to look a certain way and like
Girls are so different than guys.
and it's not really an ick. So I mean, I wouldn't say I'd have like many icks. Like I don't know. I don't like things to me are pretty.
You're just so easygoing. We're so opposite.
I know Chloe. It's always funny because like I love that Chloe and Colin have like the best relationship, but then Chloe's like, we could never date. Like she's like, I'd kill him. Like I could not last more than a day.
I literally said this. So it's so funny. So we've known Colin's family since
we were like, I was like 14, I think.
since we were little, and I now live with Colin's sister. And I don't know how we were talking about Colin the other day, but I was like, if I was married to him, I literally like divorce him. And she was like, he says that all the time. She's like, he will tell our family, like Chloe always says, like if the 2 of us were married, we would never last. I was like, no.
They wouldn't.
Probably 2 days. It'd be like a Kim Kardashian 70 whatever day marriage, and then it would be over because I don't know. Sometimes Paris is so patient, and I'm just like,
She's like, I'd kill him.
Yeah, I'd literally.
But yeah, I think that, I mean, that's why I always say to Colin, like, that's why I like that our topic is relationships, because it's cool to like hear, especially as sibling, but like everybody has a different thing, like what they like in relationships, what they don't like. I feel like I'm getting so hot. The vodka's going through the stream now. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like everybody's different. So it's like cool to learn more about each other. But I don't know. I feel like we're being rushed and I would love to keep talking. But
Yeah, this is so fun. I don't want to be off of this.
if everybody, yeah,
should the light.
Should we bring Chloe in for good? Should she be the
I
third
really
this
think
side
that,
of
like-
Heaven Potter?
Who?
You should be the third this side of Heaven podcaster.
I thought you said Heaven Potter.
Yeah, Heaven Potter. Do you want to be another Potter with us?
No, I really think like I need to sit here.
I know.
I would love to talk to Colin. I feel like this would be so fun.
Yes, maybe we should just film another one today and you guys should talk. Okay, anyway, we appreciate you guys for tuning in to another episode of This Side of Heaven. I know that
Wait,
with having
I have a thing.
oh my gosh.
I have to be you.
Okay.
Like, subscribe, comment. What else do you say?
That was good.
We have TikTok. We
Come on.
Okay.
Keep going. want the
I
fun.
feel like we're getting a little off topic. Like, subscribe, follow,
We have
follow us on all the
TikTok, yeah.
platforms. Yeah. Good job, Sissy. She does listen. This is how she knows. She pays attention to us, and that's
You
what we love about
literally
her.
an hour ago told me I don't listen.
Yes, you do. When did I say that?
You said you're a little concerned about my listening.
That was different. You were talking. When we went to get our Uber the other day, Chloe literally said to me like 20 times, like, "What's the license plate?" I'm like, "I told you 3 seconds ago," but like not in this. You listen to our podcast; it's different. But anyway, we appreciate that you came on. This was so much fun to chat with our sister, or my sister now.
Colin, do you want
Colin,
to come
our
sit on
sister.
my lap?
Colin's gonna hop back in the screen so we can wrap up this week's episode. But thank you again for tuning in. Any last words?
This was so fun. I hope you have me on next week. This is beautiful.
Okay.
Colin thought I was going to be nervous. I mean, do you really know me?
Okay, 2 drinks in, girly. My voice just was like, really?
Yeah.
Anyway,
One
thanks
drinking
everyone.
girly, your eyes are rolling.
I'm doing the cross eye, baby.